What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Fireside Giants. I'm your host, Anthony Rivardo, and today we're going to be diving back into the film, taking a look at Wan'Dale Robinson's career day that he had in week 2. We've got a good amount of the receptions that he had in that game on this film cut up here. We're going to go ahead and dive right into it and just discuss what he did in this game to really stand out and why I'm so excited for the season that he's embarking on right now. So we'll waste no more time and just go ahead and dive right into the film. All right, so on this first play, what you're going to see here is these two deep safeties from the Dallas Cowboys defense indicating they're likely running some variation of cover two, where these two cornerbacks are going to kind of sit and play these sideline flats here. Now, the Giants have trips over to the left side with Russ in the shotgun. They've got Bellinger as the jumbo slot tight end here, and then they have Wan'Dale in the slot, and of course, Malik Neighbors is your X. Opposite side, you've got Darius Slayton as your Z receiver. Let's roll the play through and see what happens. Rush drops back. He's going to buy himself some time, and he's going to hit Wan'Dale Robinson right there. And like I said, this looks like cover two pre-snap. Post-snap, it's going to end up being exactly that. As you see, these outside cornerbacks do not trail along with these outside receivers. They sit down here in these flats. If you see Trayvon Diggs there, he's letting Neighbors clear. And then those two deep safeties. But again, with zone coverage, what you're going to get is a lot of windows to throw into, like right here. Like there might be one here and here potentially, or in between these other zone defenders sitting down in their hooks, right? That's what you're going to see. And Wan'Dale is going to go from the slot here and just run a deep curl. He's going to run this thing up and curl it back, just a deep hook route. But what he's going to do here is demonstrate really good spatial awareness because as he runs his route, see, he comes back on the curl, but there's a defender right in his face undercutting it. So he's just going to say, okay, well, this is a zone. So let me find this open space to get into. And he's going to move right into it. And then he's going to make a hell of a catch on a great throw from Russell Wilson. Russ put a lot of heat on that one, but it came in low. And then Wan'Dale Robinson pretty much just digged it out of the dirt. So really good catch, but again, just really like the spatial awareness from Wan'Dale Robinson there to go ahead and get himself open against his own coverage. All right, next play here, similar look. You've got the two deep safeties from Dallas. You've got these two press coverage corners. It looks like it's going to be a cover two again, especially with the alignment of these linebackers, not necessarily man aligned here. They're definitely looks like they're playing zone coverage, and that is what you're going to get. And once again, Giants running that trips to the right side this time with Wan'Dale in the slot. This time you're going to have Slayton over there as your outside receiver on the right side. And again, I think that's Theo Johnson and Daniel Bellinger playing that jumbo slot tight end role. So let's see what the Giants do here. This is going to be that 50-yard completion down the field to Wan'Dale Robinson. It's a hell of a throw from Russell Wilson once again. If you guys want more on the Russell Wilson performance, I did do a film breakdown on that already. But today, trying to focus on Wan'Dale. But what you're going to see here is the Giants attacking pretty much all of the vulnerabilities of cover two. Cover two, you might have some opportunities on the sidelines for these hole shots between these safeties and these cornerbacks. But what happens here, if you see how wide apart these two deep safeties are, that's because of the Giants running these vertical routes. And that's going to pull these safeties a little bit towards the boundaries. And that's going to open up this huge hole in the middle of the defense. And that's where Wan'Dale Robinson, starting from back here, is going to run that skinny post deep up the middle of the field. And he's going to get himself wide open in that zone. Again, really good spatial awareness from Wan'Dale Robinson to find that. He kind of comes out of his release here, right? And then you see him turn on the jets as soon as he finds that hole and run through it. Throttle back to make sure that he gives Russell Wilson a window to throw into. And then, of course, track it, make the catch, and battle down inside the 2-yard line. So a really great play there from Wan'Dale. Really great throw from Russell Wilson. But this play is actually set up here by Theo Johnson. Theo Johnson's going to run a little stutter and stop here, and he's going to pull number 58. Dallas is really trying to run here pre-snap a cover two Tampa 2 zone defense. And in this Tampa 2, as you can see, this linebacker is kind of reading these two players right here. In Tampa 2, this inside linebacker is going to drop a little bit deeper to try and take this exact window away. And what Russell Wilson's going to read is, does he drop or does he not? And when he doesn't, because of Bellinger, I think that's Theo Johnson holding him there, Russ knows, okay, let's put it over the top of him to Wan'Dale. Now, had he dropped and Wan'Dale was covered, then he would have had Theo Johnson. So that was the play design, and that was the read, and a good read by Russell Wilson, and a great route and a great catch, and a little bit of anger to get down to the 2-yard line from Wan'Dale Robinson. So just another really good play here put on the film from Wan'Dale. All right, on this next play, the Giants are going to get a different coverage look pre-snap. So they don't have those two. Dallas doesn't have those two deep safeties this time. They do, but they're a little bit closer. This guy's encroaching towards the line of scrimmage. So kind of indicating that this could end up maybe being a single high safety look. But also, we saw zone coverage on those first two plays. The Giants are going to motion Wan'Dale Robinson, who's at the bottom of your screen on the outside here. They're going to motion him in towards the formation. And what that's going to do is cue to Russell Wilson. This is man coverage because number 20 followed with him. So now they know this is a man coverage, and Wan'Dale is going to run an out route off of this release. He gets a free speed release here because of the motion, which is going to allow him to hit his stride much quicker. So really like that design. So you can just burst out, and then knowing that that cornerback was supposed to be a man on him, but was dropping back, gives Russell Wilson a nice window to throw into there. So that's the design on this one. But what I really want to highlight here, and this is going to be for Russell Wilson and Wan'Dale, as you see, Wan'Dale comes out of his break here, snaps his head around, and while he's snapping his head around, that ball is being thrown. So he's able to catch this thing in stride, as you see, and immediately turn upfield, and he gains an extra 2 yards. That's something we didn't see from the Giants offense last year. We would see, let's say, Wan'Dale's turned around, the ball probably wouldn't be thrown by now last season. He would still be running this out route. This guy would be closing down. And as soon as he would make the catch, he would be tackled. But instead, now he's protected. He's caught it. And now he's picking up a couple of extra yards after the catch. It's only 2 yards, but it's a valuable 2 yards because every yard counts in this game. We all know it's a game of inches. So just wanted to highlight that, but also just say I do like this design. I like the way that the Giants have two receivers here, opening up Wan'Dale through the coverage, and a really good throw from Russell Wilson, and just a nice catch and a couple extra yards after the catch from Wan'Dale. All right, next one's going to be another big shot downfield. So pre-snap, Dallas has their safety down in the box, trying to show that it's a single high safety look. But as you can see, he's already begun backpedaling. He started even closer to the line of scrimmage. It just got cut off in the video. But he starts backpedaling, and that's going to cue to Russ. He's going to say, okay, I see that. If he's going to drop here, and this safety is going to drop this way, what that's going to be is a cover 2. So once again, we're going to have middle of the field open, and we're going to try and attack the seams, especially with these two cornerbacks sitting here. This could totally end up being a cover 2. And again, that's what it's going to be. Now, Wan'Dale Robinson, once again, is lined up in the slot here, and he's going to run just a seam, just going to run a seam route up the middle here. As you see, that safety started around here, midfield, darted all the way out here closer to the boundary as this safety dropped back. So now it's cover 2. But here's the thing for Russ. He needs to read number 57 because number 57 didn't stay in his normal hook zone. This is not cover 2. This is Tampa 2, where this linebacker is going to drop back here and try and take any post routes away, right? Wan'Dale was in the slot, and now he's running this post route. Well, he's actually going to run just kind of like a seam route. He's not really going to post it towards the middle of the field because 57 is there. But Russ, as you see, he's already throwing this ball. Wan'Dale is screened by this defender, and he's got this defender coming in, but Russ is going to fit this thing in there perfectly back shoulder to allow Wan'Dale Robinson to make the catch. So really love the throw from Russell Wilson, and good catch from Wan'Dale to go down with the ball and protect his body and make sure that he completes the process of the catch, and an awesome celebration there at the end. And he deserves to celebrate. Big 25-yard reception for a first down. Clean pocket, Rush fires a strike in there, and again, really nice, soft, late hands from Wan'Dale Robinson, corrals it, goes down, and keeps himself protected. So really nice throw and catch from Russ and Wan'Dale. All right, next play here. This is not going to be anything crazy. It's just a quick bubble screen out to Wan'Dale Robinson. Malik Neighbors is going to be his lead blocker out in front. They're also going to motion Theo Johnson across line of scrimmage so that Russ knows, hey, is this man or zone? If it's zone, it's probably going to be an easier completion. If this guy were in man with Wan'Dale, he might just jump on this, but he doesn't because this motion lets them know this is zone. As you see here, nobody follows him. So now Russ knows on this RPO, because he does have the option to hand it off to Tyrone Tracy here. He knows because nobody followed Theo Johnson. This is man. I'm throwing this thing out to Wan'Dale. As you see, this nickel cornerback not jumping down on it. He's encroaching the line of scrimmage, trying to prevent Tyrone Tracy Jr. from making a run. So good read here from Russ. Good design on this quick RPO bubble screen. But also, once again, trying to highlight this is actually 2nd and 10. And the Giants are going to turn this into a 3rd and 5. Now, in the past, these passes have been very late to Wan'Dale, and then somebody has jumped down on him, made the tackle, and we get a 3rd and 2. But instead, Russ is going to get this ball out very quickly and on time. Wan'Dale is going to be able to turn upfield, put his shoulder down, gain some extra yards after the catch, and that's going to bring up 3rd and manageable. So just a big difference there from what we saw last year from Wan'Dale, catching those screens, immediately being tackled. This time, picking up some extra yardage after the catch and making a 3rd and manageable. That's the Russ to Wan'Dale connection that we love so far. And last play here, this is going to be the touchdown downfield to Wan'Dale Robinson, who's once again going to attack the seams. This time, the Cowboys are showing single high safety, which indicates that this is likely a cover 3, and that is what they're going to get to give here. They're going to show cover 3, and they're going to run cover 3. Now, let's see exactly what the Giants are running to get Wan'Dale Robinson open. As you see, they're going to move Theo Johnson in motion here. Nobody's going to follow him. He's going to come out here, and that's, again, going to indicate this is a zone defense. So once Theo Johnson goes out there, now Wan'Dale Robinson is your slot receiver, and he's just going to run another seam route. The thing about Wan'Dale is he has really good spatial awareness. If you watch the way that he runs these routes, he starts out hot, right? He runs it fast. And then when he gets to that second level and he clears those defenders, then he picks up the pace again. So he's got a really good understanding of how to throttle his pace, how to throttle it back, how to step on the gas when he needs to, and create open pockets for Russell Wilson to throw into. And he throws an absolutely beautiful ball on this play. But yeah, just essentially the Giants are running 4 verts here. They've got everybody going vertical. You've got Slayton running vertical, but he's obviously noticing there's this defender, so he's going to curl this thing in and sit down in this zone. You've got Neighbors kind of running this deep post. You had Theo Johnson on the wheel route, and then you had exactly here, so Wan'Dale on that seam. So again, it's just 4 verticals. I'm sure you've all run it in Madden a million times, whether it's 1st and 10 or 4th and 30. You all love to run that play in Madden, and that's what you're going to get on this play. But again, with this defender jumping down to play the sidelines in this cover 3 buzz defense look, he's going to drop down. Safety's going to drop down and play that sideline. That's going to create this opportunity for Wan'Dale to clear him with this kind of defender a little bit surprised by that. I think he's kind of trying to stay down on the big threat here, Malik Neighbors. So that's going to hold this defender here, and that's going to create a second level throw for Russell Wilson to hit Wan'Dale Robinson. And it's the throw that makes it because he carries it deep into the end zone and allows Wan'Dale to run underneath it. So really good throw, really good catch, nice play design, and Wan'Dale Robinson becoming an X factor in the New York Giants offense this season. Love the breakout that he's having. Hope to see it happen throughout the rest of the season. He's on pace to smash 1,000 yards. Wouldn't that be amazing if the Giants had 2,000-yard receivers? Yes, it would be. So really excited for Wan'Dale, really happy with the success that he's having, and know that it is a lot in thanks to Russell Wilson throwing him the ball and seeing him in these open pockets in the zone defenses. So really excited. Wan'Dale's going to feast against zone coverage all year long, and I can't wait for it. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Drop your comments down below and let me know who you want me to break down next. But I'll catch you on the next one. Have a good one, and let's go New York Giants.